Time for state of play. Oh my god, a timer to wait for a timer to wait for a timer. Stop edging me and show me the video games already. So excited about this timer. Oh, wait till you see the next timer. Just kidding. I was kind of hoping for one more timer. One more countdown.
Hi everyone, I'm Asad Kizilbash,
Assad.
Head of Product at PlayStation Studios and Head of PlayStation Productions. I'm here to welcome one of the newest members of the PlayStation Studios family, Firewalk.
Can you hear everything
this team brings
okay?
together some of the most talented developers in our industry, with an incredible pedigree in the online multiplayer space. We announced their first game, Concord, last year, and today, they're revealing gameplay captured in-engine on PS5. But first, here's an extended vignette introducing some of the cool characters you'll find in the Concord Galaxy.
The
Enjoy.
cool characters in the Concord Galaxy. There should have been more alliteration there. I saw Ratchet and Clank. Is he a cool Concord character? From Crater City? Not actual gameplay.
Oh, jukebox.
Wasn't the plan. It was a spontaneous, creative decision made after years of careful research.
Being really old and almost dying a bunch doesn't count as research.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Besides, it worked, didn't it?
Oh, it's a Marvel
How much
movie?
longer
Is
till
it?
the upload?
2 more minutes. Hey, start time.
I wanted to comment, but I legitimately
Do not
don't
trust
know
you.
if it was Marvel
Where's
or...
this coming from?
I'm like,
It's
is this
coming
Guardians
from
of the
you back on
Galaxy?
ship saying, trust me, we're professionals. We'll
Is
stick
this-
to the plan. We can do this. And then that
I'm like waiting for something to inform me.
was not the plan.
Technically, it was a plan. It just wasn't the same plan that we started with.
If we don't leave with this blue light,
Amar, we will. We will.
I'll be waiting outside.
Uh-oh.
No one moves. We'll be taking this off your hands.
What?
Good old
This?
Mexican standoff.
Funny.
Not the sriracha. It's in my eyes. Ooh, jump jets.
Slow them down a little for you. Meet at the rendezvous point.
Wait, what? Where's the rendezvous? I didn't catch that.
Copy that, Bill.
Is all this just gonna be for a jump jet shooter?
Well played.
Is this all going to be a
I only got one of my legs.
How are those
not
hands?
Overwatch?
How bad is it? You're still mad at me?
Legs!
Got him.
Is this an animated show? Is this even a game? I don't know what I'm looking at anymore.
I am developing a taste for destruction. Goodbye.
Looking very Overwatch. You gotta have your your silly robot.
Would be a very dishonorable way for us
Silly
all to
robots are in right now.
Don't worry. Nobody's dying
Jack Black is
dishonorably.
gonna play a silly
Also,
robot.
We're bringing this back with us.
Yeah, exactly. It starts going Borderlands. I'm glad we're on the same page, Chad. It started off Star Wars Cantina, turned into Guardians of the Galaxy, turned into Overwatch, Now it's Borderlands.
Perhaps we should have let go also.
One off. Do not dare.
But we were supposed to stick together.
If you
And
let
Himmer
go,
would
I
never leave me.
swear I will rain
Oh,
vengeance.
look, there they are.
Oh, look, they're having silly banter.
What the? I am glad you avoided a dishonorable death.
Almost dying is the best way to learn how not to die. Or something.
I knew this was gonna work.
This wasn't the plan.
No, it just wasn't the one we started with. All right, another satisfied customer. Goods delivered. I sent everyone their cut.
Ooh, yeah.
So do you, like, carry it around with you
Okay.
for emergency bland
I think that
situations
resolved.
or whatever?
Hey, Mara. Don't joke about something like this.
It's still going. And I still don't know what it is.
Our next job is somewhere with less scaffolding.
We'll have no scaffolding. Zero scaffolding. I promise. We were apart for so long. I thought I'd never feel your fiery embrace again.
You sound ridiculous.
Oh, he likes the hot sauce. He was sad because the hot sauce got shot, but don't worry, they had more hot sauce. Which is good because it's his favorite.
Concord is a
Concord!
first-person shooter set in the vibrant
I can't
sci-fi
wait.
universe
What did he
of the
say? It's
Concord
just a
galaxy.
first-person shooter?
In Concord, from the moment you log on, you are part of the crew of the North Star, a group of guns for hire known in our galaxy as free gunners. Free gunners are those lucky enough to be free to roam the stars. They take high-stake jobs on worlds across wild space, where they face
5v5
other
shooter.
fiercely
Hell
competitive
yeah.
free gunner crews. Here's the very first look at the gameplay of Concord.
Free gunning. It's hard work, but it's our work, and we don't take it for granted. Being a free gunner means, well, you're free.
Right on target. Yeah, you better run.
Free gunners have a shot at making something of themselves, a chance to be someone.
Okay, so it is kind of Overwatchy. Yeah, kind of Apex.
Need a second to fix myself up.
Yeah, another live service game.
And in the wilds, it's anyone's game. You won't survive on your own.
Target blinded.
Finally, to battle. Endless rage!
He's big and
We
full of
risk our lives
rage.
every day to do the job.
I'll clear the way.
One off.
Show them the big guns. That's me.
This crew will go anywhere. Take any job. Face any enemy.
Hero shooters are still thriving somehow.
We're the free gunner
I mean, I
crew
guess.
of the North Star.
I just don't have much to say on it because I don't really play these
We're
kinds of
going to
games.
Make our mark on this galaxy.
I played like 2 matches of Overwatch ever.
The crew is gathering. Would you like to join us for a game night?
So, I don't know.
With Concord, we leaned on the strengths
Even
and
if you
background
like
of our
these
team
kinds
to
of
make a
games,
tight,
this one
well-balanced
feels very
FPS
generic.
that feels great to play. We focused a ton of our attention and our tech on building a strong gameplay foundation of tight core movement, precise visceral shooting, and expressive abilities.
We ended up finding ourselves influenced a lot by fighting games and even strategy games in the interesting way that the asymmetry of their characters makes every fight, every matchup feel really different.
Leaning into the asymmetry
Used to be a
of the
huge
characters,
hero shooter
really
person
pushing
and
the
sick to death of
possibility
it.
Space of two different characters colliding. It's all about creating opportunities.
Yeah,
for
I don't know.
improvisation.
I've
That's what
just
we
never
can get
been
out of
into
the way
these
and
kind
let
of shooters.
players find their own
I like
path.
stuff
We
like
also
Left
have
4 Dead,
abilities that are meant to have
and I was
impact
like
beyond
really big into
direct
Back 4
combat.
Blood.
Deployable
Sadly, that
gear that can
flopped
persist throughout a
horribly.
full game. So whether that's multiple rounds of a mode,
Thanks Turtle
or
Rock
multiple
and
respawns
Warner
across a
Brothers,
match.
but
There are healing pads, bullet blocking domes.
yeah,
explosive
I
traps,
like those types of
lane
shooters.
blocking
I like
walls,
the
all kinds of ways to
co-op
support your team
PvE
or disrupt your enemies. Coordinated teams can
with
set up
like
and plan
optional
ahead,
PvP
depending on where and when it
modes
happens, players can shift the battle
kind of
to their
thing.
advantage.
We've got everything from mystics and medics to gunslingers
and Halo,
sparked robots.
as far as like versus
Every
shooters
character
go,
brings their
I
own
was always
unique
more of a Halo
personality,
player more than
skills,
anything
and
else.
wide-ranging
Like I played Call of
perspectives to
Duty,
the
I
crew.
played stuff like that back
Every
in the day,
week,
but
when you
not
log into
nearly to
Concord,
the extent
you will be
that I played
welcomed with a
Halo.
new cinematic
Like
vignette
I've
that will give
stuck
you a
with Halo
chance
from
to
the first
see our
game all the way up
characters
through
off the
Reach,
job. They
where
will
that was
feature
like the
ongoing
main
narrative arcs that grow
shooter
the
series that
characters'
me and my
stories
friends would play.
relationships and unpack
But
the broader
stuff like
Concord
this, stuff like
galaxy.
Overwatch, I don't know.
Why are you kissing a
Never
tchotchke?
appealed to me.
We're excited to share that we'll be hosting a pre-launch beta in July, followed by Concord's global launch.
The next
August
12 games
23rd,
are all anime, so strap in. So you're saying it's all uphill from here? It only gets better? Get your early beta access for you and 4 friends. No, thank you. "48 minutes until Silent Hill transmission, everybody." This is just the Silent Hill transmission pre-show.
You seem like a calm and reasonable person. Are you?
Yay, it's Kratos.
Person.
Everyone still loves Kratos, right?
You don't really want war,
Remember Odin?
do you, Kratos?
War is coming. The prophecies say Fimbulwinter leads to Ragnarok.
It's the boy guy.
You will die.
I will say
Kratos
these
of
games
God.
look good. I still need to play this. I haven't played a God of War since the PS2.
When it burns me.
Odin's got tricks up his sleeve we haven't dared to consider.
Ooh, super ultra wide support for my gigantic, stupid curved monitor.
Fate only binds you if you let it. Do what is necessary. Not because it is written.
Stopped at 3 and it felt like it should have ended there. Same here. That was the last one. Wait, 3 was PS3, right? So I did actually play that one. I played that one. So I played 1, 2, and 3. Here's the anime that Techie
Soldiers
promised.
and officials alike oppress the people for personal gain, and the people must turn to thievery for food. Perhaps this is heaven's
Omega
way
Force
of lamenting the
with the
state of
Walgreens
land.
logo.
Men are powerless at the feet of the divine. But even so, someone must act.
Dynasty Warriors? Dynasty Warriors? Wait. People remember Dynasty Warriors? Now, I will say, Musou games like this, I do like. I am a fan of the Musou genre. I love me some Dynasty Warriors. I love me the Fist of the North Star Musou game and stuff like Berserk Band of the Hawk. Okay. Cool.
Momo, I think I was dreaming.
It wasn't a dream. We were really transported to Mirrorland.
Oh my god.
The path of a stylist is never easy. So, are you ready for
Sounds
it?
like Super Mario Odyssey music.
Ready.
Genshin Impact 2. You can turn into a cute little cat. You can fight giant rock monsters. But can I plant flowers? Can I design the inside of my home? Can I fish? Is there fishing? Infinity Nikki.
Is it you who pursues infinity? Or is infinity awaiting you?
Ooh. Knockoff Elden Ring.
Stars.
Oh my god, Resident Evil 3.
I have seen the miracles you so claim. Until the towering shadows vanished into the mist.
I pray for their grace, but all that came were inferior shades.
Yeah, a Resident Evil 3 looking very different.
Why do we have to bear the
Stars.
consequences of such power?
Time. War. Mortality.
It's got sexy lizard things.
These essences shall not
Somebody
fall
just
into
pre-ordered
your
this.
treacherous hands. Wayward emissaries, grant us the forgotten miracles. Rain fire from above. This desolate land needs a sprinkle of madness.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Too many games look alike now, sadly, that it feels bland somehow. But it's the Ballad of Antara. Unironically thought this was the Elden Ring DLC. Visually, I mean, it looked different enough, but it did just kind of look like another Soulslike. Although there's a lot of good games that have emerged in that sort of genre.
I thought I could be a hero and break the curse. But I was a fool.
From the developers of The Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners.
There's no hope here. And the gods
It's
that
PlayStation
walk among
VR
us
games.
thirst for death.
Don't know if they want to advertise that. I know.
Your head is mine.
Ooh, it's got big things. You can fight big things in VR.
Poison in my veins begs me to kill.
I'll put you in the ground.
Those are actually good VR titles, to be fair. Full transparency, I don't have a VR setup. I've basically got zero experience with VR and VR games. So again, my opinion on these kind of things doesn't really count for much. Not the feet. Somebody just pre-ordered this for giant feet. Planetary designation LV354. Name Perdan. Classification P-type. P. Aliens. Another aliens. Just keep making aliens. Rogue Incursion. Okay. Alien Isolation in VR. Aliens in 10 FPS.
Hi everyone, I'm Sean Benson. I'm back on State of Play to introduce more exciting titles coming to PlayStation, starting with a highly anticipated PvP shooter, playable soon on PS5.
More Marvel stuff. Actual Marvel stuff as compared to the stuff earlier that looked like Marvel stuff. Oh.
All realities converge here. Destiny awaits.
Wait. So there's an official Marvel team versus compared to the first thing that we thought was Marvel that wasn't Marvel, that was a team-based versus thing. So we're getting a Marvel Overwatch and an unofficial Marvel Overwatch. And they advertised the unofficial one first. And honestly, it looked better. Neither one looks like my type of thing, but this looks like, I don't know. Marvel Rivals.
Okay, let's see how mankind has conquered space.
Featuring Lady Galactus. Ooh, get the fucking console exclusive Scarlet Spider outfit. Everstone Studio. Soulslike? Different Soulslike? Another Soulslike. So we've had team-based shooter, Dynasty Warriors, team-based shooter, or excuse me, team-based shooter, Soulslike, Dynasty Warriors, team-based shooters, Soulslike. Or is it, I guess, more of a Sekiro-like? Yeah. Remember Tenchu? Can we get like a new Tenchu game? That'd be cool. We had so many franchises that are so similar to all these things.
Hello, friends and fans.
Sekiro is a Souls-like, basically, yeah.
Super excited to welcome all my
The Souls-like
pals
with
back
extra
to
steps.
The annual Blackwood Winter Getaway.
Neo is made by the Tenchu guys. From FromSoft are the Tenchu guys.
It means so much to me that we're all still here together.
Fight the break.
Oh, it's Until Dawn.
I feel like someone's watching us.
I wasn't even paying attention.
Someone out there. Let's make this one trip we will never forget.
It's Rami Malek.
Mike, Emily.
And the girl from Heroes. Hayden. It's Kyrie from Kingdom Hearts.
It's horrible.
I don't want to make hasty decisions that get everyone killed.
We should stay put right here until dawn.
She said it.
You can't let me die.
It looks worse. It doesn't look worse, but it doesn't look better, really. It just looks like the PS4 game. PS5 and PC, baby. Gonna get mods. Gonna get to mod in our own characters. Grinding Gear Games.
Ogum was once a peaceful land, but each day descends further into madness.
Blacksmith Simulator.
Famine and plague besiege us. The very earth is being poisoned. The Count's men, once our protectors, have turned on us. And now...
Blacksmith Sim would be sick, though. It's a real thing. I think it's early access right now. It's not Diablo 4. Or is it Diablo 4? Is this Diablo 4 expansion stuff?
I must be the one to face this nightmare. No noose this time.
Oh, it's Path of Exiles.
But I need not do it alone.
It's gonna shit on Diablo 4. You say that like that's an achievement. Man, I was so excited for Diablo 4. That was such a letdown. Early access later this year. Cross-platform progression. Oh! Oh! Oh, no!
Excuse me.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you.
Jump scared.
I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it?
Oh, no.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
No.
Oh,
You shouldn't be here.
Is that a new scene? No button prompt. Those are definitely new environments.
I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
Oh, no. Oh. Oh.
No. Please.
October 8th. Well, that's the part everyone really cared about. We still have the full transmission to look
Capcom
forward
announced
to.
this next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
I don't know. I don't feel good about that. I don't feel good about Angela.
Ready to go. And then we can get started.
This is gonna be great.
Let's cleanse the palate with whatever the fuck this is. Monster Hunter? Something?
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before.
One of them's got big spikes on its back.
Now
Now to lead it away from the pack, we'll make for the desert.
Right. The sandstorm.
Not the sandstorm.
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
Good to see Monster Hunter still going. I mean, this does look pretty good. I've still never played a proper Monster Hunter game.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
God, those characters look so stiff. There's like some Silent Hill Ascension cutscenes. Suggest trying him out sometime. Everyone's gonna lose all respect for me, but the only Monster Hunter that I've got like experience with is the mobile game, Monster Hunter Now. Which is basically just Pokemon Go, but Monster Hunter flavored, and it's still pretty good. Imasobi. Oh! PlayStation, what was that thing? What was that called? The little PlayStation house thing. Astro Bot, Astro World, PS Home, whatever. Astro's Playroom. God.
What did you say your name was?
Very Ratchet and Clank. I mean, it just looks like a fun, colorful, like, platformer. Oh my god, Parappa! Beloved video game icon, Parappa the Rapper. Oh my god, the music just keeps ramping up. How many more key shifts can we fit? Hey, so we can play around with that the month before Silent Hill 2 Remake comes
Be sure
out.
to visit PlayStation blog for more on the games you just saw, as well as PlayStation.com.
That looks
for the
cute as
latest
hell
on
and
Days
fun.
of Play.
That made
This
me want to
global
play
celebration
Little
runs
Big
through
Planet.
June 12th, with deals on PlayStation Store, great new content coming to PlayStation Plus, and much more.
Is that it? Thanks for watching. All right. So now we've got another 30 minutes, 25 minutes until isolate and analyze. Yep. Yep. Give me a moment. We've got a little bit of time until the Silent Hill transmission. So let's just take another look at this.
Excuse me.
I'm sorry. I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away.
I'm trying to
This
not be too
town,
distracted
there's
by Angela
something
and look at the
wrong
environments
with
and
it.
stuff. And I mean, it's recognizable.
Is it dangerous?
Maybe.
Abstract Daddy.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not. I'm going either way.
No. You shouldn't be here.
Brookhaven looks like the homecoming hospital, kinda. That looks like the Downpour Diner.
I'll be good, I promise. Tell him I'll be good, please.
That right there honestly bothers me the most out of everything shown in the trailer. Thought Angela was 16 though. Angela is a high school graduate. They never give her exact age, but she's described in the game manuals and in other supplementary material as being a high school graduate. So about 18.
No. Please.
It's okay.
I mean, in terms of like the music cue and the camera angle, I like this is close to the original.
Excuse me.
I'm just thinking about, see, this is where I start looking at stuff very closely, like these little animations, these little facial expressions and things. Stuff like this, like the lighting and stuff looks pretty good. But I don't know how I feel about Angela's redesign. I mean, the outfit and everything is still pretty close.
I'm sorry.
It's strange, right? So to me, here's the odd part. It's just this part of her face. Like, if you just block like this, the nose and the mouth, like the eyes, the hair, the shape of the face is actually still pretty close to the original, but the nose and the mouth like protrude forward. It looks like, obviously there's not a natural human face, you know, to compare to. People can look like whatever, but people are going to look at this and compare to the original Angela model. They're going to look at all the characters and compare them to the originals. Overall, that's the, like, taking the time and just sort of looking at this image, this is like the only part that really looks strange to me. And it's just because of how far forward it looks like it protrudes.
I was just...
It's okay. I didn't mean to scare you. I'm kind of lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, the tone of the voice.
Lost. I'm looking for Silent Hill.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
Like, she's sort of, I don't know. Think about the original Angela delivery. Like, it's very clear in my head when Donna Burke says, you know, that there's something wrong.
Stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
It didn't come off as a question. Like, Donna Burke sounded like the characters sounded spaced out in the original. But in the original, the way she says it, she's like, there's something wrong with it. And it's not just the fog either. Like, that's the full line. There's something wrong with it. She ends on a very definitive, in the original, on a very definitive note, like she knows already that something is wrong. She's not putting that.
Stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
Yeah, the Valley Girl, there's something wrong with it. It seems like a very minor thing, and I know everybody's gonna jump on my ass in the YouTube comments for being nitpicky, but it just sounds strange. It sounds strange. It's always going to sound off because no matter what, we're comparing it to the original. So it's going to take time to get used to, like, seeing past the new model and the new voice actress and focusing on the performances in the context of the game. So, like, even right now, while I analyze the trailer and we go over these sort of details, in the overall context of the game, these things might feel better. And it just seems strange in the context of the trailer. So I'm not trying to just immediately be negative, but I am going to be hypercritical, if that makes sense. And yeah, just the tone, Angela's tone of voice, I feel is different.
Is it dangerous?
James sounds better here compared to the first trailer. The first trailer, the voice dialogue that we get of James, like, in the bathroom, like, Mary died of that damn disease.
I think you should stay away. This town, there's something wrong with it.
Is it dangerous?
Like that right there, the is it dangerous? That sounds okay. That delivery, is all right. It's not quite as emphasized as like Geissy's original, like, is it dangerous? And that's one of those things where that's going to be Geissy. He's sounding a bit unnatural just because he's not a professional actor. So there are going to be times where certain lines, I think, come off a little bit more naturally than they did originally. And stuff like that, I think, is okay. I don't want to just seem like I'm dogging on stuff just for being different. Stuff can be changed and still sound good. And
Wrong with it?
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. That sounds okay to me.
Maybe.
Abstract Daddy, very shiny. Very wet and gross and shiny looking on all of their textures. That's another Bloober visual thing that they're very good at doing. But we'll see how the rest of this looks. The room is wrong. So this could be from Angela's cutscene. I would assume this is from when you fight Abstract Daddy.
Dangerous?
Maybe.
Because, yeah, if this is supposed to be the room where you fight him, yeah. The piston room. You can't even see the room? I'm going to have to, like, maybe brighten this up. They may have darkened it intentionally to not spoil this area, maybe?
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
I'll be careful.
Sorry. Again, I know. I'm just impossible to please.
I'll be careful.
I'm not lying.
It's the animation. I'm looking at look at James doing this little arm wave.
I'll be careful.
And then look at her face during this animation.
Not lying.
The like unnatural eyes sort of rolling upward and then the blink afterwards. Very subtle little facial animation things like that, but it makes it come off as stiff and unnatural. You're sort of drawn to those little things. And yes, people are saying Ascension vibes. That's exactly it. Those subtle little things are what make Ascension look so stilted and weird. That's the difference between having like a natural, animation. And again, we're comparing to a game that is 23 years old. So no matter what, like technologically, this should be more realistic than anything capable in 2001.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not.
But yeah, right now animations just look a little stiff. Yeah, James is sort of standing in like a weird pose.
I'm not lying.
I guess I don't really care if it's dangerous or not.
And he slips back into the lower, gruffier sounding voice there. I guess I don't care if it's dangerous or not. Transmission is starting. 10 minutes. There might be the countdown is starting. Starting in 1 minute. Countdown to the 10-minute? Okay, well we can watch the timer countdown. Look at this. The timer action. Now, this timer might just count down to a video premiere. So we have to keep an eye out for it. Because at any point, I may just refresh this and it'll just be the full video and we can skip the timer. Because that's what we did for the first transmission 2 years ago. Oh, this is the stock YouTube thing for a video premiere. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Will there be a second timer? Now, since they did a video premiere last time, it's been 2 years, October 2022. Oh, do they jump right into it, or is it a timer that we can skip? Or is it actually live this time? Yeah. We still have like 8 minutes. Looks like it's actually live this time. I mean, for now. We're still 7 minutes away from the actual, like, time that Konami posted. So this could just run for the next 7 minutes and then a video just appears. Because isn't that kind of what happened last time? Where it like started off pretending to be live and then somebody told me to refresh, it's just a video. And when I refreshed, it was just the full video. And we could just skip past the timer. This. See the piston on top. Oh, yeah, I see. So it's like a long hallway section instead of the little room. It's still kind of hard to tell exactly. And they may just incorporate that design element into other parts of the environment outside of just the boss room. So we'll see. We'll see. But again, it's fucking Bloober. It's not like I've got a lot of faith in them. But I also don't want to completely just shit on things until we have more context. What place/part in Silent Hill 2 do you think we will get Bloober's most known trope? The bug room. The bug room. That's the classic go pick up the key, turn around, turn on your flashlight, now there's bugs everywhere. That's like the original lure you in and then change things when you pick up the item trick. So Bloober will, I feel like they'll absolutely make that a whole, like, go pick up the key and then the room changes and it's a long corridor filled with bugs or something. Timer. Spooky timer in the fog. Christoph is a real gamer. Can't wait to see if they have a trailer ready. Yeah, let's see if they've got Silent Hill Return to Silent Hill trailer for us. My fog is better. Their fog's kind of a 1080p, kind of a low bitrate too. $4 Where'd that come from? Yeah, it should be supposed to be like 2 minutes. They're 2 minutes late. What did you think of the image of Pyramid Head from Return to Silent Hill? He's got teeths on the front for some reason. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like the teeth on the front of the helmet, and I don't like the serrated great knife, the Homecoming style great knife. He has what now? Pyramid Head. There was a screenshot of Pyramid Head shown from the movie, from the new movie. See if I can pull this up on stream in time or something. I thought it was in my Silent Hill info channel. Yeah, there it is. He spoke of torture, souls, so outrageous the toll. You can lose all you have. He refused to give in to the town that takes all. Survive. There he is. This is how Pyramid Head looks in the movie. So he's got little Ooh. Matoy.
皆さんこんにちは。サイレントヒルの情報をお伝えする番組サイレントヒルトランスミッションへようこそ。サイレントヒルシリーズのプロデューサーを務める岡本元井です。前回は多くのタイトルの最新情報を一気にお届けしましたが、今回はサイレントヒル2についての情報にフォーカスした第2回目のサイレントヒルトランスミッションとなります。ぜひ最後まで配信をご覧ください。先ほどプレイステーションの配信番組でもサイレントヒル2の新たなトレーラーが公開されましたが、それとはまた別のゲームプレイ映像をご覧いただきたいと思います。それではこちらをどうぞ。
Let's watch the same trailer again. Oh, new trailer. Bloober Team. The classic title that defined psychological horror. Faithfully remade.
Our special place. What could she mean?
Unforgettable journey into the dark recesses to the
This whole time was our special place.
Maria. Interesting jacket.
You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
Why are we getting this voiceover here?
Is she really alive?
Waiting for me? We cut that part of the line off? Why is that line here? I think that's maybe just for the gameplay. Just to set up this little gameplay segment. Okay. You can walk. The town is foggy.
What is this?
This looks pretty good. Environment-wise.
Hey, wait.
Again, this is what I anticipated Bloober to do pretty well, is the visuals. This looks pretty good. Original music there. Original music and sound effects, sound cues. Whoa! Whoa! What? There's something very strange about James crawling around on his stomach like Snake. Completely different radio setup? Faithfully remade. Ah! Oh, the button prompt isn't there, but the shit on the screen. The red I'm hurt border. Some very, like, The Last of Us looking melee combat. Yeah, sound effects and everything. It looks good. It sounds good. I'm questioning gameplay stuff. Whoa! This changes everything. Look how... Okay.
Where are you, Mary?
That was like a... stock... visual asset. What did he say? What did he say to himself? Oh my god, the matchbook for Neely's bar. The fucking Blair Witch hold things and swivel it around in your hand mechanic. This is straight out of the Bloober Team Blair Witch game. Hey!
What you got there?
That looked like the original artwork on the wall.
You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
He? How did he know her name?
Where did she go?
I don't know. Let's look around.
He said, how do you know her name? Okay. I'm like mishearing shit. I'm gonna have to go back and listen to this with headphones on.
This place feels so empty.
Oh, she walks around and says shit to you. Yeah, new map. This is Brookhaven. No handwritten note in a hospital is gonna be that legible. Oh, nurses in training. Look at spooky nurses. That is such a fucking... Oh, that's such a Layers of Fear thing. Oh, Maria does creepy humming while she walks around with you now. Oh, is that Laura?
Laura! Wait!
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it.
Oh.
Now.
Saying swears.
Where is that girl?
Yeah, well, Maria tries to talk to Laura. Laura didn't respond, so that's similar to the original, but it happens outside of Brookhaven, when you're first approaching Brookhaven. I was so expecting him to do the Resident Evil 4 Leon roundhouse kick. When he ran up like that. That looked so much like he was running up to fucking Leon kick the nurse. What was that sound? There was a really fucking funny little squish sound mixed in with all of that. Oh, prick myself. Oh, they're fucking... It's a syringe. Tip of a syringe. A bent needle. And the shotgun in the locker. Oh, same poster there. Same poster as the original. Oh, they do the Jacob's Ladder head shaky. It's even got like a blur effect on it. I'm not complaining about the head shake. I know it can be hard to tell when I'm being sarcastic about stuff. Again, visually, this is pretty much what I expected Bloober to be capable of. The gameplay, we'll see. It doesn't look the worst, but it doesn't look particularly inspired either, but it wasn't... The combat was not the main focal point of the original either. It's a means to an end. That was an interesting... That was an interesting move. Oh, turn the numbers? Maybe? Maybe not? More Laura. Apparently you just run into her all the time. Oh, this is just the scene where you meet her.
And how do you know about Mary?
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean...
Fine! Don't believe me! See if I care!
Hey!
Let go!
I'm sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just... Stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Being a little more obvious with that, I guess.
But... there's something I gotta get.
Laura.
It's important.
Laura...
A letter.
Laura looks and sounds pretty good.
For Mary.
What?
I hid it.
I'm trying to think what actress Laura's face is reminding me of. Yeah, kind of a Dakota Fanning, some Fanning sister. Yeah.
It's in the back.
Absolutely.
Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here.
Oh, are we going to get to see Flesh Lips?
Open the door, Laura.
Why should I? I'm a liar, right? Want me to open it? Huh? Do ya?
Let me out of here, you little brat.
In your dreams, fart face.
Hey, she said it.
Please open the door.
The delivery is completely different, but...
There is. A big lying fart face. See a fart face?
Oh, no. We did it too much. We did it too much. You immediately ruined it. You immediately ruined it. Flesh Lips. Wow. What a roller coaster of emotions. Still no Eddie. Still no Eddie. October 8th, man.
皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。真のサイコロジカルホラーであり、シリーズ最高傑作として評されたサイレントヒル2のストーリーはそのままに、本作ではよりその世界観に没頭できるように、ゲームデザインやユーザー体験を強化しています。そしてすでに発表いたし
They
まし
just
た
have
通り、
Angela and Laura saying things much more bluntly. Those dialogue changes are what I was worried most
ま
about.
た、プレイステーションストアと Steam にて本日から予約の受付を開始しています。 これからご紹介する事前予約特典などもご確認いただき、アクセスしてみてください。では、ここからは商品ラインナップのご紹介です。本作のスタンダードエディションを事前予約していただくことで、
Please tell me those are unlockable in-game.
そしてプレイステーション5限定でロビー・ザ・ラビットのマスクも入手可能です。続いてはデラックスエディションのご紹介です。デラックスエディションにはサイレントヒル2の世界観をより楽しんでいただくためのデジタルアートブック、サウンドトラック、ピラミッドヘッドのマスクが含まれます。アートブックはコンセプトアーティストの伊藤正宏さんがデザインしたクリーチャーのほか、登場するキャラクターやさまざまなロケーションのコンセプトアートが30枚以上収録されています。
Everything else can be trash. We finally got an Ito art book after fucking 25 years.
原作の楽曲のアレンジ版のほか、新曲も収録されています。どちらもシリーズファンの方には満足いただけるコンテンツになっていますので、楽しみにしていただければと思います。そしてデラックスエディションも事前予約していただくことで、特典としてミラのマスクとプレイステーション5限定でロビー・ザ・ラビットのマスクが入手可能です。さらに特別な特典としていち早くサイレントヒル2を楽しんでいただくことができる48時間の先行アクセス券をプレゼントいたします。こちらの一覧表で各エディションの特典をご確認ください。サイレントヒル2をより早く体験でき、世界観を丸ごと楽しんでいただけるデラックスエディションの事前予約がおすすめです。皆様ぜひご予約の上、発売をお待ちください。さて、コナミとゲームの開発会社であるブルーバーチームがタッグを組んでお送りするサイレントヒル2ですが、ブルーバーチームのスタッフからメッセージ映像を受け取っています。こちらをご覧ください。
Analyzing.
I'm very excited for people to play this game. There's no one aspect that I could say that I want people to experience, because I want people to experience all of it. It's such a journey. It's such a big part of our lives, and I just want people to be able to see it.
Oh, a poster for Jack's
I think the biggest
Inn.
change that we've had was actually how to make the game approachable for the newcomers who have not played the original, but at the same time to still retain the familiarity of the game that player remembers from 20 years ago.
Our goal from the very beginning was to maintain the game's atmosphere while modernizing the gameplay to make it competitive in 2024.
Competitive Silent Hill 2.
In the remake, the story remains largely the same. However,
I mean, I'm going to be
with the magic of
speedrunning
modern
it, so it will be
technology, we're able
competitive,
to
literally,
expand on
for
some
me.
aspects.
A lot of other
The
people.
hardest was designing combat. We want to be as faithful as possible to the original game, but also we want players to feel satisfaction while playing, remembering that we need to fit in horror.
I see blood,
standards.
the machinery, and that room. Yeah.
So when making a game with static cameras, you as a designer have much more control over what players sees, where they go, and so on. The change for the third-person perspective was a challenge. That being said, it's a chance for us to expand this world.
It was a challenge to do third
new
person?
elements that were previously inaccessible, and just make this game richer.
So the main thing
Game
that
was already in third
rethinking
person.
was the fog, because it was called classic in the original game, and it's a veil that covers the world and makes the player to feel even more isolated.
New technologies gives us a chance to do things that were not possible during the earlier generations of video games. For narrative, this is very visible in facial expressions. We can tell so much through just the subtle changes on characters' faces.
Is that our example of... Okay, never mind. I'll wait.
The presented gameplay footage shows a fragment
I'll
of the
reserve
city
my
from
commentary.
the beginning of the game and sections in Brookhaven Hospital. The fight against monsters
was their
is
example.
prepared in a more tactical form, and it's mainly based on the varied designs of the enemies. James is not used to fighting, so his arsenal of attacks is limited.
He seemed to be
Adapting
doing a
your
pretty fucking
approach
good
to the
job.
Situation will be the key to success. However, your
He was
playing
bashing
style,
the
among
fuck
other
out of him.
things, determines what ending you will discover.
Like I said, I thought he was going to run up and roundhouse kick that one nurse.
本当にサイレントヒル2を大好きな人たちがこのリメイクに関わっています。細部までこだわって作っていますのでご期待ください。さらにゲームの中でジェームス役、メアリーとマリア役を演じてくれたキャストのインタビューも届いています。こちらもご覧ください。
So I'm Luke Roberts, and I'm playing James Sunderland in the remake of Silent Hill 2.
My name is Salome Gunnarsdottir, and I play Mary/Maria.
When you're playing an iconic character such as James Sunderland, you obviously have to respect the original.
When playing these
Say,
characters
guys, see his
in
name.
this game, the thing that I paid most attention
Say
to
his name.
was the original game.
So he is not an action hero by any means. He is just a guy who is a little lost at the top of this game.
Is that all?
In a sense of, he is to a greater extent in a bewildered state. So it's very interesting charting his journey.
This one, we're trying to honor something. That's
Yeah, I get that they're trying not to spoil.
It's not me creating something, it's me channeling something.
The tone of this game is very important. And the team at Bloober were very keen to create an incredible atmosphere for the gamers.
I do believe that this will be trying its very best to capture and recapture the atmosphere, the vibe, and the story, and sometimes like the literal words and moments of the original.
Yep, 3D door hands puzzle. Ashley with Maria cosplay?
俳優の表情と演技を
Yeah.
パフォーマンスキャプチャーすることで心理描写を強化していますので、ぜひ期待してい
They
た
are
だければと思い
really
ます。
holding off on showing Eddie.
ゲームについての情報はここまでとなります。続いては映画「リターントゥサイレントヒル」の最新情報が届いております。ご覧ください。
Return to Silent Hill. Let's see what Christoph Gans has been cooking.
I came to adapt Silent Hill 2 with respect and passion. It's an act of passion for me. I consider that the four first games are a masterpiece, very modern and very transgressive piece of art. The second game is the most adult of all the Silent Hill.
The most
Story of
adult.
James Sunderland. He has lost his beloved bride and he decided to go back to Silent Hill to find her. And he realized that basically the town has changed. It became something like a hell, his own hell. And he's going through all this circle of hell to find her back and find
Whoa.
her somewhere.
He got a better car.
This film had an emotional level to the horror.
That was a cool
And
recreation of
certainly
the observatory
the
area,
horror
though.
is even more disturbing, even more.
Bitch had a stang.
I consider that the first film.
Christoph
was
has been
like
taking
limited
notes
genre
from
horror.
Colton
This one
Dietz.
is much more like a deep dive into the psychological horror. On the first film, production design of Silent Hill was the big thing. I remember that all my energy was on it. And on this one, I had the great surprise to realize that the people who were going to help me on the production design, but also on the makeup, but also on the costume, but also on every level of the film, I had in front of me very young technicians who knew the game, the film, and loved them. The level of enthusiasm that I met on this film to create
Piston Room.
a strange world of Silent Hill was
Nurse
quite
Parade.
unexpected. I was thinking to myself, okay, I will have
Big
to
Mirror
explain
Room.
a lot this film to my crew.
Jack Black
And
is
in
there.
fact, no, I didn't have to, because they were the 2.0 generation of Silent Hill lovers, and that helped me a lot. And I think that the level of design on this film is so high because it's made by people who knew the film and the game. So that's very gratifying and very emotional somewhere.
Christoph is really faithful and respectful to Silent Hill, and that's why Konami has always been really supportive.
We are working on their property and we are working on their...
No, Jack Black is not in this. That I think that's Eddie. I think the actor who's playing Eddie looks a lot like Jack Black.
And acrobats. If the first film has not aged badly, it's because the creatures were actually in front of the actor on the set. So all the monsters on this film are played by real person with physical gift. They have created a level
I
of
definitely do
and harmony into the monstrosity.
respect him for using
which I
practical
think,
effects
is
and
actually
contortionists
very
and stunt performers instead of just
Akira
doing
Yamaoka is not only the composer of
CG.
the first 4 original games of the franchise, he was also the producer and the director of the game. So Akira Yamaoka, through his music, has given to the game more than just the sound. He gave the soul of the game. And I have a great knowledge about soundtrack.
And that was
I
the
don't
same for the
know
first
any
movie.
other music
Akira Yamaoka
who
was
did like the one of Silent Hill.
providing
Yes,
music
Akira
and
Yamaoka is-
acting as a consultant
is on
to
this
Christoph.
film. That's very important for me, because I'm working on his creation. I
And
never
Christoph
thought
using
about that. It's
stunt
exactly
performers
like
and
an
stuff in the
acting
original
program.
also.
It's important to show respect
In the first
and
movie, so
humility into
that
this
stuff
process.
I'm still glad that he does. Interesting.
いかがでしたでしょうか。映画の完成が楽しみになりますね。ゲームとは少し異なる解釈で作られたもう一つのサイレ
You
ン
can
トヒ
think
ル
of it as
2。
another version of Silent Hill 2, a little different from the game. Yeah, it's going to be like the first movie, where it's got some similar characters and themes and stuff. They're going to recreate some iconic moments.
最初にご紹介するのはサイレントヒル2のグッズです。
Look at the adorable Nendoroid
まずは
Red Pyramid
ウッドスマイルカンパ
thing.
ニーの商品です。リメイク版サイレントヒル2よりシリーズ屈指の人気クリーチャー
And
レッ
only
ドピラミッドシングが
500,000 yen?
エンドロイドになって登場です。オプションパーツとして付属する大ナタと槍を付け替えてお楽しみいただける仕様となっています。次の商品はこちら。月
The
光よ
Mira
り
Coin
N
Bank.
エンド6分の1スケール貯金箱スタチューの予約受付がいよいよ本日より始まります。物語のすべては柴犬のミラが操作していたという隠しエンディング、通称犬エンドがスタチューになりました。単なるスタチューではなくコンソールを貯金箱にすることで実用的なアイテムとなっています。ファナティックからはサイレントヒルに登場する様々なアイテムが実際の商品となって登場します。
Look at this!
まず
I
は
can get the
コイン
Easter
パ
egg
ズルセットとなりま
coins.
す。原作のサイレントヒル2においてブルークリークアパート
I can show
105
everybody,
室にある
instead of bringing up a notepad, when I explain this Easter egg, I could just turn on my webcam and show everybody physical coins whenever I explain the Easter egg on the
パー
writing.
プルブルキーカードとなります。
Wow, the purple bowl key card? What?
原作の
All these little
サイレントヒル2の
recreations
ルークヘイブン
of
病院にあるルイーズパズルの
in-game
学校をホテルに
props.
必要
That's
な
actually
パ
kind of
ープル
sick.
キーカードを再現しています。
Yeah, the writing was the
ご先
same.
見限定、知
The
り合い
writing
メ
on
ン
the
バーを
coins
封
was
入してお
identical.
届けします。ご紹介した2商品以外にもご覧のグッズをご用意しています。詳細はファナティックの公式ホームページをご確認くだ
I
さい。
have the
オフィシ
I
ャル
have
ファ
that
ミリーショッ
desk
プからの
pad.
商品をご
Oh,
紹介
they're
します。
doing another release of
まず
the
はジェ
jacket.
ームスジャケッ
A
ト
new
です。
version of the jacket.
サイレントヒル2の主人公であるジェームス・サンダーランドが
Looks
原作
pretty
で
good.
着ているアウターを再現したこちらのジャケットは
The
武骨なスタイルと
plaid
ミス
liner
テリ
is
ア
a
スな
bit
魅力を
strange.
醸し出しています。謎めいた主人公を体現したい方にはぴったりのアイテムです。ジェームスのジャケットを着ればサイレントヒルの陰鬱な雰囲気を感じ取れるかもしれません。続いてサイレントヒル2キーアートシャドーボックスです。
I honestly
リ
don't
メイ
like
ク
the
版
Silent Hill 2
サイレントヒ
remake
ル
key
2の
art.
キーアートを立体的に再現したシャドーボックス。
The
ゲー
the
ム
big
の哀愁
floating
な雰囲
head
気をご家庭のインテリアとしてお楽しみいただけます。その他にもオフィシャルコナ
design
ミショップではご覧のグッ
is
ズを
is
ご用意
strange
してい
to
ます。
me.
続いてプレイステーション5で無料配信中のサイレント
Silent Hill short
ショートメ
message.
ッセージの
It's
ご
still
紹介
there.
は
It's still free.
現在までにグローバルで250万以上のダウン
A
ロー
lot
ド
of
を
people
手掛け
downloaded
る
it because it's free.
これまでのサイレントヒルシリ
Got
ーズ
nothing
のテ
better
ーマ
on
を
your
踏襲しつつ
PS5.
現代に生きる人々へのメッセージを盛り込んだ短編作品です。これまでのサイレントヒルシリーズから独立した作品として遊んでいただけますので、ぜひプレイしてみてください。
Enjoyable
そして
without any
この
experience of the
サイレン
rest
ト
of
ヒ
the
ル
series
ショー
because
ト
it's
メッセージから
unrelated.
も魅力的なグッズが登場いたします。
So enjoy.
月光より桜ヘッド6分の1スケールスタチューがただいま予約受付中です。コンセプトア
I
ー
will
ティスト
say the
伊藤正
fucking
宏
it's an
の
Ito
完全監修を
monster.
経て桜が象徴する
I
儚い
like
美しさ
I
と
like the monster.
裏
If
世界でプ
anything
レイヤー
from
を
short
精神的に追い
message,
込み
I like the monster.
心
I
に
like
まとわりつく恐
Sakura
ろしさを
Head.
宿したスタチューになっています。
And the figure
不
looks
気味
good.
さの中に存在する美を表現するために、体のラインや足の造形に
The
も
name
最
is
新
kind
の
of
注意が
silly,
現れてい
but
ます。
hey, the community voted on it.
続いては
Sakura
サイ
Head.
レントヒルザ・ショートメッセージオリジナルサウンドトラックです。サイレントヒルシリーズを手掛けてきた山岡明氏が全楽曲の制作を行っています。
Yeah,
80曲以上の
we're
大ボ
running
リュー
out
ム
of
の
time
中
for
には
Silent Hill F
ゲームに
news.
入れられなかった未公開楽曲も収録されている
How are there 80 songs on the
貴
short
重なアルバムになっています。
message soundtrack?
現在 Spotify や Apple Music などの各種音楽ダウンロードサービス、ストリーミングサービスで配信中です。
The game's 2 hours long.
皆さんいかがでしたでしょうか。サイレントヒルシリーズの世界観を表現したグッズをぜひお買い求めください。それでは最後に本日ここまで皆さんにお届けしてきた中での一番のトピックスをもう一度。サイレントヒル2は10月8日発売。
Oh, they said at the beginning?
そして
No
本
news
日か
about
ら
other games?
予約
Yeah.
開始となっております。
Oh well.
ぜひ皆さんこの配信の後にチェックをお願いします。本日はようやくサイレント
Once
ヒ
the
ル
stream's
2
over,
の
please
新しい
take a
情
look.
報をお届けすることができて嬉しく思っています。ぜひ発売まで楽しみにしていただければと思います。またこのサイレントヒルトランスミッ
Please
ション
remain
では
eager.
今後も継続し
Please
てサ
don't
イレ
give
ン
up
ト
on
ヒル
us.
シリーズの情報を
Things are still
皆さん
going
に
to
お
come
届け
out.
してまいります。続報を楽しみにしていてください。本日はご視聴
Oh,
いた
that's
だきありがとうございました。
Okay. Release date. So we've got a release date for Silent Hill 2. I have to pre-order so that I can wear my pizza box pyramid head costume. We saw Angela. We saw Maria. We're getting an Ito art book, a digital art book. Laura said fart face a whole bunch. I'm just waiting for this to like actually end. I'm assuming they're not going to hit us with a like Marvel post credits clip of like Silent Hill 1 remake. No. No. That's it. Okay. Okay. We've got so much to look at.
I got a letter.
Yeah, our Silent Hill hero shooter.
The name on the envelope said Mary.
The YouTube chat sounds happy. Oh, you don't understand. This is like the most epic thing to ever happen for fans of Silent Hill, who are very excited to play their first Silent Hill game. I bet all of this looks amazing to the Silent Hill fans who have yet to play a Silent Hill game.
Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago.
I'm sure they're all very happy in the YouTube chat.
Really alive?
East side of South Vale. The little pop-up like that, I just want to take that text and make it right gigantic in the center of the screen and add the Dark Souls like boom boom, like new area discovered sound. Someone will mod it in, I'm sure. Yeah.
What is this?
See, like these little environments, these areas, like this looks good.
Hey, wait.
But then
Hey.
just watch it. Just watch this little guy. Look at this silly little guy right here.
Hey, wait.
Oh, the play button thing got in the way.
Hey, wait.
Hey, wait. What's going on behind him there? There's particle effects. Okay, Techie, if Techie is still here, we've had like a long rant about this in Techie's chat before. But there's like particle effects that happen that are just floating around in the air. And every once in a while, it'll float like way too close to the camera.
Wait.
So you'll see that. You see that like giant thing go off on the corner and you're like, oh, what's going on behind him? It's these random little particles floating around in the air, but one is just too close to the camera. So you can fix that. You can fix that quite easily by having those not render within a certain distance of the player's camera. So that if you rotate or move the camera in a particular way, those things don't render visually and they don't get in the way of your camera, so that you keep your stuff, your character model and your environments and stuff on the screen without that, while still having the particle effects for the environment that's further away from you, that's in your camera view but not right up against your camera. And yeah, I don't know what's up with the FPS. The quality of this trailer is really terrible. Hopefully it'll get like re-uploaded somewhere else in better quality. This is so fucking weird to me. Like the bloody trail leading up to this little hole. I was expecting James to like bend down and examine it. I was like, maybe this is where you get the apartment key instead of off of the body now. I was not expecting him to get on his fucking stomach and crawl around. That was like the last thing I expected him to do when approaching this hole. Yeah. Also, environmental button prompt. Just to let you know, there's a thing that should catch your attention that you can interact with. In case you're stupid, you don't know how to look at things. Figure out what is visually appealing to draw the player's attention. Will this game have yellow tape? I would be willing to bet money they put some yellow tape somewhere in this game. Again, all these little white reticle letting you know what you can interact with. Again, holdover. This is just how Bloober does their environments. This is how they make their games. They got to make it as obvious as possible to draw the player from point to point. So that's kind of what they're used to doing. This is very strange that the radio is here instead of the construction site. Based on this, I think you're dumped right into Silent Hill. Nah, this is definitely skipping an intro, because we've seen the cutscene and stuff that takes place on the observation deck by the bathroom. And obviously, we've seen the cutscene with Angela in the graveyard that happens somewhere in between. We saw the construction site in the other trailer. Yeah, the old trailer had that, didn't it? So... God, I'm gonna have to go watch the old trailer now. This is, again, nitpicky, right? Very, very nitpicky type of stuff. Unnatural looking animations, unnatural looking physics. Look at how quickly the lying figure is moving, or rather how slowly it's shambling forward, and how it barely touches these boxes and they just go like flying. Everything just like goes flying away. Before it's really falling, it just sort of, it doesn't even really touch it. Everything starts moving too early. Everything just moves out of the way for this lying figure to fall. See, stuff like that just, it looks strange to me. Those things always stand out to me. That's why I like watching Ascension. All the weird little animation times where like hands and feet would clip into things or snap around in strange ways. And then yeah, stuff like this looks very strange. Like the timing and the speed of the creature versus the objects is not synced. The planks at the boxes, even still, like how much force is being needed, like would need to be exerted to break the planks, send them flying, and send the boxes flying. And then this thing, like, look, it barely moves its leg and everything just shatters in front of it. Like, it's not just what is hitting the boxes. It's the fact that the environment explodes outwards while this creature is just barely moving. Also not sure how I feel about the lying figures having the, like, stitched up corset stuff being so prominent. I mean, these are Ito's redesigns, so it's something that he wanted. But still, I feel like this is too, so like with the original creatures and the original creature design, you can tell, like, for example, Pyramid Head has gloves on, but the color of his flesh and the textures and everything mesh the organic and non-organic parts of the creature. Whether that's just an effect of the art design or the lower resolution textures from back then. But it used to feel like there was more of a, you don't know where the organic part ends and the inorganic part begins. And with this, it's like very clearly, it just is sort of stuck on. And you can see that defining element of the feature, like it's not part of the creature anymore. It's distinctly something that is tacked on top. Yoshio, thank you for the raid. All cynicism aside, that was actually a pretty good offering by Konami. Good and bad. Yeah, I just saw your previous message. My day is ruined. No. There's stuff that I'm sitting here and nitpicking about and that I'm concerned about. There's stuff that looks good as well. So it's a mixed bag. The merch. Okay, yeah. Like, I would, first off, I want a physical deluxe edition with a physical art book. I would love a physical Masahiro Ito art book. He deserves to fucking have one out by now. And the coins, the coins and the purple bowl key, the in-game props being made as official merchandise. Love that stuff. Love that kind of stuff. I'm still not a fan of this. I hate these types of like shit on the screen. Like, if it's a first person game, I get it. I understand it. You're in first person and you're indicating something to the player because you can't see what's happening to your character model because it's in first person. This game's in third person. I don't need a red border. I don't need a bunch of puke on the screen to let me know James is hurt and being puked on. I can see the character models. It's third person. This shit doesn't need to be on the screen. Like, what is the sense of that? Is he puking on me, the cameraman, behind James's shoulder? This shit is stupid. This shit is pointless in a third-person game. It's a replacement for HUD elements. Did you ever play Silent Hill 2? What HUD elements? What HUD elements? This game doesn't need a HUD of any kind. The dodge. Dude, the fucking sidestep. Yeah, keep smashing it. Combat does look weird. Again, combat wasn't the main focus of the original game, so I'm not... It doesn't need to be a masterful combat system for me. It just needs to sort of serve its function. It just needs to not get in the way of the rest of what's going on. Better or worse than Homecoming combat? Looks about the same. Honestly, looks very similar to Homecoming. Oh, did Yami do another poll? So how is all this, chat? 39% saying Angela. 26% saying Eddie's Vanagon. Vanagon? What is that even supposed to mean? Zeeth? Cope? Hype? Oh, Yami. Yeah, here you can see some of those like floating particle effects when they're not like right up in the camera's face. Like here. Right there. These little random black flecks of whatever. Ash, I guess. The movie is just canon now. We lost. We lost. Misinformation won. Centralia wins. Maine license plate. MAINE 28 or 8. MAINE 8. The idea of going around the town and busting open the cars to find shit, like, okay, there's more town exploration. I'm all for town exploration. You can break open stuff, you can crawl on your belly and get into places, so we'll see. This looked strange to me, the nutrition supplement. This looks like a placeholder label or something. Unnecessary, I think. Just place it near the car. No need to add the window smashing in between. And I mean, that's how it was originally. You just wander around the town and find stuff on the ground. But, that's fine. You get to go around and vandalize Silent Hill. Break a bunch of cars. I'm also trying to look at these little UI elements as they pop up. Oh, it doesn't say main. It says math. 1 to 8. But yeah, these little, you pick up the health drink and there's a pop-up to tell you how many health drinks you have, how many syringes you have. So I guess it's a syringe instead of an ampule.
Where are you?
Where are you? So that shows him using it as well. That little animation. Yeah. He chugs it real quick.
Where are you, Mary?
Where are you, Mary? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about James talking to himself, if that is going to be constant. I really hope not. I hope it's not like every time you pick up a health drink or use a health drink or something very common like that, where James is constantly just like, where's Mary? Yeah, it is very Murphy Pendleton. It is very Downpour-esque. Again, there could be a lot of this that is edited in just for the trailer to try and show off stuff, but we'll see. Stuff to take note of now, so that when this does come out in October and we're reviewing all of these points that I'm making, we'll see if anything changes between now and then. The mangled corpse. Hey, Starwin. Gonna be Harry from Shattered Memories. Is our corpse identifiable as James? Not really, but you can still tell it's like Green Jacket. It's a lot more mangled and stuff. It's less easy to tell than the original game, but that does still look like James's clothes. So I think they are still Because that is the thing, for those who don't know. The corpses, for the most part, in the original Silent Hill 2 are mangled versions of James's model. Bar Neely's. This, where it tells you, like, matchbook, zoom, rotate back, while you, like, hold items. This specific, like, way that you hold it and rotate it, that is, like, very, very Bloober Team. They do that in a lot of their games. That was to save dev time? The mangled corpses? No. There is an in-game reason for it. In-lore reason for James seeing corpses of himself. James was suicidal. Like, he went to the town to take his own life and then had a mental break. Whether it was his own psychosis or the influence of the town or both is up for some debate, but the whole point of Silent Hill 2, sorry to spoil this for anyone, you shouldn't be here watching this anyway, but James killed his wife and then was coming to terms with it and decided he was going to go to Silent Hill to kill himself. But then he gets there, psychotic break happens. Instead of, understanding that he just killed Mary within the last week, he thinks that he killed her 3 years ago, and then the game happens. Then the Silent Hill 2 happens. Heard because they didn't want to make all the bodies a different model. No, because they are different models. If they wanted to save that much time, it would just be a copy of James's model stuck onto the ground with like some textures put onto it. It's not. It's a uniquely made model that is wearing the same clothes, but it's all messed up. Yeah, I wanted to point out James' writing on the map there, where you pick up the matchbook for Bar Neely's and then he's marking down Bar Neely's on the map, like while you walk. Instead of in the original game, it would cut away to your map and then like show you, it'll draw like a red circle around the place that you just found a note mentioning it or something like that. So this does it in a little more natural in-game way rather than making it just cut away to show you a close-up of the map. I don't know. I don't hate that idea. If you're reading this, leave. This place is not what it seems. There is another side to it, hidden behind a rest thin as paper. Sometimes you just hear to look behind. What? Like the look of the note, the actual note itself, the like gross stained paper, looks fine. The Martin Street note. So yeah, I think this is probably supposed to be like the original tutorial notes. The make sure you're not shaky with fear. Finish off the monsters, run away. Those notes that you find next to a corpse during the beginning of Silent Hill 2, before the apartments. Could be something similar to that. There might be more notes nearby, not just that one. This is cool. That looks like the original texture. Or at least a very well done recreation. with the little bear drawing and the cat drawing. So I appreciate these details. The framing of this shot, just as a screenshot, this looks good. Like compared to the original, exact same framing, the distance and everything looks right. The visuals, the stuff on the wall, all the overgrowth and the worn down texture of everything, along with the child's drawing graffiti type stuff. This just on its own looks fine.
What you got there?
None of your business.
None of your business.
You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait!
What?
How do you know her name?
How do you know her name? That's what I misheard the first time around.
What you got there?
None of your business. You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
Does it bother anybody? Because I'm starting to realize this as I watch this footage more and more. James spends a lot of time with his mouth just sort of hanging open.
You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait!
See, like, when he starts talking and in between each part of what he's saying, he never keeps his mouth closed.
What you got there?
None of your business.
Open.
You didn't love Mary anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
Brookhaven Hospital. Maria looks weird. I'm okay with the Maria design. More than Angela. Brookhaven Hospital, floor 1. Look at this fucking Resident Evil ass like environment. Just the like the stuff in tarps, the boxes covered in tarps blocking things, and the statue bust in like the wall recess. Just certain little elements like this are very like Resident Evil feeling.
Where did she go?
I don't know.
Where did she go?
Let's look around.
Yeah. I mean, obviously we don't get to really hear a lot of Maria's more important lines of dialogue. This looks closer to like Heather from the waist down. The style of boots and kind of the length of the skirt. I guess it's not a skirt either. It's just she's got like a black dress on with the pink coat over it. not as much sex appeal. But that's sort of strange, right? Because that is a part of Maria. Like, that Maria was overly sexualized. Not even overly, but just more sexualized in the original for a reason. But at the same time, I don't hate this. Like, it's okay. But yeah, exactly, Dundarius. Maria is essentially a sexual fantasy. Like, she is supposed to be the idealized version of Mary to James. So, not sick, sexier, more outgoing, less reserved. Like, that is an essential part of her. And the fact that that's different now is like, I get it. I get why the change, but I'm not sure how I feel about it. Sunny Ama, thank you so much for 5 gift subs going out to the community. Thank you very much. Dundarius, Negative, Shinken, Sin Dragon, Pastry Fun Tube, and King of Gains. Enjoy the subs. Enjoy your emotes. Tier 2 subs at that. Holy shit. That is very, very kind of you. Thank you so much, Sunny. Thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
I don't know. Let's look around.
Let's look around. Okay, so Brookhaven map. Well, already, this is not right. This is not right. The whole point of the garden on the map is that when you look at it on the map, it's not squared in. It looks like it's a giant open area. But when you actually get there after the Flesh Lips fight, it's a tiny little boxed in room. The whole point is that you don't show that it's boxed in on the map. Layout is obviously really different. Cafeteria, reception, medical records, storage, pool, shower room. Remember, Brookhaven's a mental hospital. Alchemilla is the like normal, quote unquote normal, like medical hospital. Interesting. Also, I mean, I guess that's from the original, but you still have your marker, your little green arrow showing where you are, which way you're facing, while you have your map open.
This place feels so empty. More than the other places we've been.
Yeah, Maria giving you access. Sorry, access? Giving you access? I read the worst thing in chat. Techie said, we never got pool access in the OG. While I was trying to say, Maria never walked around and gave you like commentary, dialogue like this. Now she's given access. The fuck am I talking about? Downpour. Like, that is a downpour. That is a downpour gag. That is straight up a downpour thing. The papers blowing in from the window as like a jump scare moment. Ugh. The director requested the files of the 3 crucial patients. You know which ones. Could you please bring them to his office? New puzzle. We know those 3 patients. That's going to be Joseph Barkin and I forget the names of the other 2. But it's the 3 patients in Brookhaven that are like parallels to James, Eddie, and Angela. Nurses in training. Look, it's spooky because they're nurses and their faces are messed up, just like the monsters in the nurses. Devaren, thank you so much for the 30 months. Welcome back. Doesn't look good, folks. Always remember the good times. Maybe we'll get playable ports of Silent Hill 1 through 4 someday. Again, like I know I'm pointing out these things and being negative. That's the whole point. Like, that's what you guys are here for, right? You want to see my analysis and hear my opinions. So that's what you're getting, whether you agree with them or not. And I think this kind of stuff is really stupid. Like, this is the type of very on the nose, like, this is the sort of layers of fear thing that Bloober would do a lot of, where you've got like a very blatant, like, scary picture to look at. And when I mention things about like Bloober not doing subtlety very well, this is the kind of stuff that I mean. You know, putting a picture that you can examine and look at that is just very clearly like, here it is, look at it. It's not like the paintings that you find in the original Silent Hill 2, where it's depicting like the town's history. You know, here's a painting of the hospital director. It doesn't look like a monster, but it looks weird just because it's like an old portrait of somebody who you don't know. Or you'd find like the death by skewering prisoner photos, or the executioner photos in the prison. Not photos, but the paintings in that one room. And they're not things that you can examine. Like, you don't walk up to them and press X and get a nice big fat close-up on them like this. It's just things in the environment that you can kind of sort of look at, and they're related to the history of the town. They're not just there. This is just here for the sake of being creepy. Like, you're not getting anything from this. It's just like nurses, and they're creepy, just like the ones you fight. That adds nothing. Yeah, exactly, Tier 24. Wouldn't it be creepier if it was a normal picture, so maybe you'd put a face to the nurses or something while killing them? Exactly. You have a regular, just an old, faded, but otherwise normal photo of the nurses, and it puts that thought into the back of your mind, like, these are creatures, but maybe they were something else. Maybe they were human. Maybe you second guess them being manifestations. It's better than just like, oh, spooky, they don't have faces, just like the ones that you encounter that have no faces. Maria's more personable now, not just weird standing in the background. So I myself and a lot of other people who've played the original Silent Hill 2, and I've watched a lot of blind playthroughs, people playing Silent Hill 2 for the first time on Twitch over the years. And very commonly, I find a lot of people get creeped out. There is a horror factor when you're walking around a place like Brookhaven, and you walk into a room and Maria is just already in there. She's just already in there, standing quietly in a corner. That is way creepier than having her walk around and being like, boy, this place is emptier than those other empty places we just explored, isn't it? Isn't this place spooky, James? Maria just quietly being in the corner of a fucking room where you didn't even know she's there? That's infinitely more of an effective thing, even if not intentional. It is more of an effective, scary thing than having Maria walking around talking to you while you explore. This is kind of interesting too. They split up the Laura interactions. It seems like there's more of these little moments, little scenes with Laura, where she's humming.
There.
And I like that she's drawing stuff. I guess she's drawing a monster, a dog thing. But she's supposed to like cats and bears. Mostly what she draws. Or is this supposed to be the most deep cut reference to the Silent Hill 1 wolf? Is this like a deep cut reference to the Silent Hill 1 classroom wolf art? She's drawing a wolf attacking a rabbit or something.
Laura, wait!
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
Having Maria trying to interact with Laura more is also interesting.
There.
Laura!
Yeah, it is. It is a rabbit. God, you can like barely see that. But see, there's like rabbit ears right here. She's drawing a wolf chasing a rabbit. So far, Laura's facial expressions have looked the best. For all of their talking about the facial animations during the transmission, Angela looks strange. James still looks a little weird. Maria still looks a little weird. Laura actually looks great. Can Laura even see Maria? Never really thought of that. No. Maria is a manifestation. She would not appear as Maria to anybody but James. Maria never interacts directly with anybody except for James.
Laura, wait!
Can already see the twist when James mentions Maria and Laura goes, "Who? You were alone all the time." Yeah, see, stuff like that I'm worried about because we've already seen there's some other very obvious dialogue changes like that.
It's okay.
They might make that more of a point, like a blunt thing that they state rather than leaving it subtle.
We don't want to hurt you.
Issue is in Silent Hill 2 original, Laura gets chased by Maria and I would assume acknowledges her by running from her. She does not. Laura leaves the bowling alley. She says bye-bye. You immediately walk out after her. Maria walks up to you and says she ran away. She was too fast for me. You never see Maria and Laura interact. Maria just claims that Laura got away from her. She was too fast. Then you go through Heaven's Night. You approach Brookhaven. As you're approaching Brookhaven, Laura starts going into Brookhaven. Maria yells out towards her. She says, "Over there." Laura doesn't turn around. Laura doesn't react. You never see Maria interact with anybody. And this is already confirmed by multiple developers and all sorts of supplementary material out there. Maria is not real. She is a manifestation. Nobody sees her. James is the only one she interacts with. No, Laura does, even in this trailer, Laura doesn't show that she's perceiving Maria at all. She completely ignores her right here.
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
And this is very, very similar to when you first approach Brookhaven in the original, when Maria yells out "over there" and Laura ignores her and just goes into Brookhaven. But that original interaction happens just outside of Brookhaven, whereas here it's happening in the first floor stairwell.
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it. Now.
Brookhaven Hospital, floor 2.
Where is that girl?
Floor 2, what the fuck is this like in sections? I mean, that's like the original game. There were 3 floors and the roof. And you have to explore all of them in order to get access to each floor and get the keys for each floor. Why no react to light? Me Angie. Oh, good point. His flashlight's on. Yeah, Starwin. Good point. We don't seem to have the same flashlight recognition. Yeah, he stepped back a little bit, but like in the original, if you're that close with your light on, like typically a creature would know that you're there and start moving towards you. It doesn't seem like a cutscene. Maybe this one does have specific behavior because it's like your introduction, the first nurse. And I guess they're showing that you can just run past it. You wait for her to leave. So they're trying to show that there is still something of a stealth option. Because in the original, you could also do that. You very, very few things you actually need to fight in the original Silent Hill 2. Yeah, could be scripted. I still can't get over. Just doesn't that feel like Resident Evil 4? It feels so much like James is running up to do the Leon kick. Like right there, as soon as the pipe materializes in his hands, by the way. Look at the gun. Oh, dude, it's like Silent Hill 2 PC, where you can quick swap weapons without opening the menu. A PC port only feature of the original Silent Hill 2. He just instantly swaps from pistol to pipe. But yeah, that moment where he shoots and then runs forward, I was like, oh my god, he's gonna suplex that nurse or roundhouse kicker or something. Liam! Also, the way in the transmission, they were like, James is not a fighter. He's not accustomed to fighting things. Oh, he's beating the shit out of these nurses. Yeah, he is getting his ass whipped a little bit. Right in the knee. That little fucking squish noise. It's so funny to me. The first one here. It's like, have you ever, if for anybody who has ever played or seen the Ring game for Dreamcast, and there's like a stock squish sound every time you select things on the menu, it sounds like that. James has a good injured animation. I hope they let us turn off the borders. Yeah, the screen effects are completely unnecessary. That is one thing, like Downpour and a lot of other games have done it well, but since this is a Silent Hill game, to compare something that Downpour actually did somewhat well was just having the blood on Murphy's clothes and Murphy's walk animation be your indicator of how injured you are, so that you don't necessarily have to open up a menu or see your health. You just know you need to heal because there's more blood on your clothes. You're limping more. You don't need to have the red border on screen or any sort of HUD element like that, which takes you out of the immersion when you to start worrying about your health. When you have like a good visual indicator on the character model or when they're healthy or not. This was interesting too. So the bent needle is the tip of a syringe. And in the original, it's just like a sewing needle, like a bent sewing needle or something. Very subtle change, very minor thing, but it's like, yeah, you're in a hospital, so I guess needle like that makes sense. No more bulbs in cans. They will absolutely not cut light bulb in a can out of this game. There's no way Bloober could fuck that up. If they had purely optional HUD elements for health, stamina, like Silent Hill 3 unlockables, would it really be all that big of a deal? As an unlockable, no. Anything that is an option that can be turned off, or a optional like unlockable thing, totally fine. That is always, always, always how you should make these sort of things in games. Make it an option. Make it an option for the people who want it on, and make it an option for the people who want it off. Because it's not that big of a deal, big of a deal if you want to have the puke filter indicator to show you that you're being puked on despite being in combat while it happens, or the red border indicator for your health. If all of that was something that can be turned off for somebody who wants a more clear unobstructed view of the game, like me, I just make it an option. And for people who want that, they can have it on. Locker room layout's a little bit different. One thing though, I noticed as it was when we were watching this live the first time through, this poster right here, that's straight up from the original. That is a poster directly out of Silent Hill 2 OG. So little things in the environment, things on the walls are taken from like the original source. See these like photos of people and stuff down here. Apparently the 4K version is up. Another locker over there that you can open. There's a better version up. Okay. Can't wait for Nub to read all that writing in the locker. Oh, it's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. Silent Hill 2 Remake Extended Gameplay Showcase. 1080p 60. Gameplay trailer 4K Silent Hill official. That's what we're looking for. Let's watch and enjoy this in 4K. Well, I'll enjoy it in 4K. You all can enjoy it in 1080p, because Twitch doesn't let me stream in 4K. I love groovy music. See, even that, the store is the same from the original. Graffiti on the back wall of the bathroom there is the same as the original.
This whole town was
like there's little details and stuff here that show there was some attention put into it. Also, the butterfly on Maria is on her chest now instead of her stomach.
But you never did.
Am I getting the early access, Nub? I mean, I feel like I have to.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. Mary died of that damn disease 3 years ago. Is she really alive?
Already just a better quality video helps out. And again, just for the visuals, which I never expected Bloober to fuck up on the visuals.
What?
If there's anything that Bloober can do well, it's they can make good looking environments and textures and character models.
Hey, wait.
All these little moments of James yelling stuff out, hey, wait, and where he like talks to himself is very, again, very Downpour-esque. This is still so bizarre to me. James crawling around on his stomach. changing this sequence from the construction site is still very strange. See how bad that animation looks? Everything just suddenly flying forward. It's just not synced to the creature falling forward. Everything flies too early. Don't like that the hits are smoke. Why no blood? Could be a thing for the trailer. Just because YouTube and stuff like that has issues with how much blood and stuff that you can show, so it might be different in the actual game.
Where are you, Mary?
Sorry, the better quality video makes it easier to see this little effect when you use the healing drink. There's like a flash. It like flashes bright for a second. I didn't catch that before.
Where are you, Mary?
See the little moments like that where you use the health drink and he talks to himself? I could do without. Taking out the map and writing down the stuff instead of cutting away to the full screen map. That's it. I think that's neat. That's an interesting way to do it. Makes the gameplay flow a little bit nicer. The corpse was supposed to be James.
What you got there?
None of your business.
And that is from the original
Mary
Angry Myths.
anyway.
What? Hey, wait! How do you know her name?
See, this is the moment in the original where normally Maria would yell out. He's like, over there. Right as Laura's going into Brookhaven. But it looks like they changed that so that you get the interaction in the stairwell instead.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Let's look around.
That's not anything new, is it? Shattered Memories worked like that. No. Shattered Memories, you actually drew in your own notes on the map. Like it was for Wii. And you would use the Wii pointer to like bring up the map and draw your own little notes on it. With this, I mean like in the original, you would like examine a map that you find in Bar Neely's. And then it would cut to your full screen map view as if you had opened your map. And then it would fade in like a red circle on whatever the thing was that you just found, whatever the note was that you just found, or like at the end of Brookhaven, when you find there's a letter and a wrench note and it highlights, where the wrench is, it circles it on your map, it writes down wrench on Rosewater Park, it circles the Historical Society. So instead of the game stopping and cutting to the map and showing you all of those things being highlighted, James just took out his map while you're still walking and notates things in it. So that presumably when you pull it up to look at it closer like this, those little notes and things are already on there. So that's kind of neat. Yeah, I don't like how gruff a lot of James's line delivery sounds.
This place feels so
Some of it sounds better than others.
More than the
Some
other
of it is
places
definitely a
we've
little
been.
too much. Save point also. Here's your red save point there. So it's not just auto saves. You actually still have red squares, red save points. Now, will it still function like a save point? Will it do something else? But yeah. I like the glow on it. You can see that it's a light source. It's not just a red paper too. That glow is actually catching on the side of the lamp. It's so different. Maybe it'll grow on me. The thing is, I can get used to like visual changes. I can get used to the sound changes, the new voice actors. That's stuff where it's going to sound weird at first just because of how familiar I am with the original and then getting used to the new ones. So there's always going to be a period of like getting used to it, getting familiar with it. And once you're familiar with it, it's easier to sort of analyze the performance itself, and the changes, the alterations, the stuff that's going to hit me, and the stuff that really matters to me is the changes to dialogue, the changes to story and scenes and characters. Those are the elements like that concern me. And already, just from the State of Play trailer, where we got to hear some new lines of dialogue for Angela, I'm not feeling confident about Bloober Team changing those things. I have no doubt this game is going to be visually very fucking nice to look at. But there's going to be a lot of changes that I'm going to take issue with. I can already tell. Story and character and dialogue changes that I'm going to take real issue with. But whatever. Good thing I have several copies of the original. It'll never go away. Sorry, I'm just trying to look at all these little things in the environment. Pool, pharmacy, doctor's lounge. First and second floor, hospital map. Picture of Brookhaven. The front doors of Brookhaven there. Some other picture over here. Not sure what that is. Sound and ambience are top notch as well. Again, something that Bloober is typically pretty good with. They can do their audio, they can do their visuals, but story, characters, dialogue, like that stuff is where Bloober really sucks. I'm sorry. And if they were strictly sticking to original Silent Hill 2 dialogue and not altering anything, that would be fine, but clearly that's not the case. Anxiety. Is your medication safe? Please keep the noise down. poster here that you can examine. That it looks like a silhouette of Mary, like looking out their hotel room window. There's a chance this one's going to be good for speedruns. I've never done any speedruns of Bloober Team games, but yeah, hopefully. Here we can see the rabbit that Laura's drawing a little easier.
There. Laura, wait!
It's okay. We don't want to hurt you.
God damn it.
God damn it. Interesting. If the core idea and or the result of scenes end up the same, does it matter if they change small things? If it's a small change that doesn't impact something, then sure. But there's a lot of small changes that will impact things, that have a significant impact on a character motivation, for example. You know, that was something that I pointed out when the very first trailer happened. So when the very, very first trailer came out, there was a change. The first change I noticed, the map. You pick up your map from a stand in the observation deck instead of it being a map that James had in the car already with him. Seems like a very small change, right? That shouldn't impact anything. But James having the map of the town implies intention. He didn't just show up randomly. He wasn't just called there by chance. James, without having any influence from the town, got into his car with the intention of going to Silent Hill. Having the map be something that he picks up when he gets there, rather than being something that he had in the car and brought with him, changes character motivation. It changes character intention. It changes the intention behind actions. So somebody who is maybe less familiar with these games would look at that and say, that's a small change. That means nothing. To you, that might be a small change that the scene ends up the same. James is in the town, wandering around with a map. Who cares where he got it? To someone like me, the character motivation changes. The intentions of the character before we see them, you know, in the context of the game changes. And there's lots of little changes like that already, just from little bits and pieces we've seen from the trailers and the gameplay previews. So that's what I'm more concerned about, is that there will be lots of small changes that people will probably not really take issue with. More casual fans, I should say, will probably not take issue with, that the hyper nerds like me are gonna fucking froth at the mouth because they moved an item slightly or changed a bit of text or something. But yeah, as I said, I'll when the game comes out, I'll do like a full comparison. I'll get to go into all of that in more detail, but yeah. How much of that is just fan canon though? But I see what you mean. It's not easy to ignore. I mean, there are clear distinctions with things that are fan canon. Things that are just logical, like the map thing, that's just a train of logic thing. You know, James killed his wife and went to Silent Hill. Though, like, his intentions, even though they are not explicitly stated in the game, you can understand what they are through context. It's not fan canon, and it's been confirmed with, by developers after the fact. So obviously things that never had any sort of like confirmation as to whether, like, things that are truly just fan theory or fan speculation with no dev commentary on the subject or anything like that. Obviously I'm not going to take issue with those kind of things changing things that are established, that developers have mentioned or commented on, that is what I'm talking about. But that's also why I'm not necessarily saying that these changes are bad. I'm just noting that they're different. It's things that are different. Once we play the game in its full context, maybe those changes will make more sense, given the context of other things in the stories, in the environments, in the characters' actions. Maybe those changes will have a purpose. Because if they have a purposeful change that adds something to the story or to the characters, that's fine. That's good. Give me more. Give me more lore. Give me more things to sink my teeth into that still are in line with established lore from the original. A change doesn't necessarily need to be bad or good. It can just be a change. But yeah, I just want to point that out. No, this is not a replacement for the original. For me, or for anyone else out there who owns the original or has a history of playing the original, but for a lot of new fans, this is a replacement for the original. That's why the impact that it has is important. This is going to be many new fans' entry into Silent Hill as a series. This is going to completely color people's first impressions of Silent Hill 2. Of any kind of Silent Hill 2, whether it's remake or original or HD collection or whatever. This is going to be many people's first and possibly only experience with Silent Hill of any kind. So it's like, as a fan who cares a lot about this fandom, who's been a part of this fandom for the last 25 years, and cares a lot about the people who play these games and the impressions that they get of these games. The people who are like, this is going to be their first exposure to the series, it's conflicting for me, because they might enjoy themselves. They might very, very much enjoy themselves without the context of the changes, right? It's just like the HD collection. The HD collection didn't replace the original, but it's far easier and cheaper to obtain than the original. So for a lot of people, the HD collection is the only version of 2 or 3 that they can play. So for somebody who's experiencing the game for the first time through the HD collection, they might not understand all the changes, the difference in the voice acting and the line delivery and the sound effect changes, because for a lot of people, they say, oh, those things don't matter, they're very minor, and if you've never played the original, you won't even notice. But it's like, that's not a good argument. Just because you are unaware, you have no basis for comparison, that something is bad, does not make the bad thing better. You just don't know any better. That's not acceptable, right? You want people who are getting into Silent Hill to have a good experience. I want people who are getting into Silent Hill to have a good, meaningful experience, because these were meaningful games to me. They originally came out during a very difficult time in my life. They helped me through some very difficult things happening in my life. I lost my father, as a teenager, just a couple years younger than Heather. And when Silent Hill 3 came out, having a character realistically lose their father figure, where you're just and being a teenager and not knowing how to process that, just being mad and sad and everything all at once and not knowing how to direct it anywhere. Like, there's so much of that resonated with me. And somebody might have that same experience or a similar childhood or a similar background and play Silent Hill HD for the first time. And they're not going to have that moving, connecting experience because the voice dub makes it sound like a fucking anime, you know, or the frame rate drops to 10 FPS every time you're outside. It makes it a lot harder to enjoy those impactful moments when you're playing an inferior version of that game. So now you think about all the fans who've gotten in because of the HD collection, and they have very little or no comparison to the originals. And now we're going to have a whole new generation of fans come in on Silent Hill 2 Remake. And again, it's not like you can just go and get Silent Hill 2. You can't just go buy it on Steam. You know, it's inaccessible for a lot of people who don't know how to emulate or are not willing to pirate or emulate or anything like that, or spend a ton of money on very expensive physical copies. So I hate the argument when people say this is not a replacement for the original, because for many, many, many people it is, and it will be. Even if not a replacement, it will be their first and most lasting impression of the series, or at least of Silent Hill 2 in particular. So I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. Maybe I'm putting too much emotion and passion behind something that is, at the end of the day, just video games. But I care a lot about these games. I care a lot about this franchise, and I care a lot about the fans of this franchise. And I just wish things were better for them. That's all. Any of my criticisms, even if they're small or large, at the end of the day, like, that's how I feel. I love these games. I love this franchise, and I love the people who make these games happen and the people who play them and enjoy them. But man, it just sucks knowing how messed up everything is, you know, how hard it is to get those originals and how it has skewed the opinions of so many new fans since then. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a lot.
Now.
What did he say? Talking to himself?
Now.
Meow.
Where's that girl? Now. Where is that girl?
Meow. Where is that girl? Stairs, doctor's office, something section M, locker rooms. Yeah, Noid Walker. Starwin pointed that out in chat the first time we watched it, that the nurse didn't react to the flashlight. We think this might be a scripted event, which is why she doesn't react to it. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm way behind on alerts. Walter Sullivan, not way behind, but a little bit. Walter Sullivan, welcome back. Thank you so much for the 18 months. Hope you find your mom. Thank you so much, Walter. Alex Fire King, welcome back. Thank you so much for the 55 months. Very, very much appreciated. Thank you so much, Alex. And Sale and Armo, thank you so much for the 17 months. I literally just talked about this game with my therapist today on how much James's need for punishment is sometimes how I feel about rationalizing my mental self-flagellation. This game means so much to so many people, and it's such a shame that many are not willing to experience the original. Not even just not willing, but unable to. There's no reason Silent Hill 2 or any of those games are not more widely available. Like, there's so many different avenues for them, and fans have basically done all the hard work. Like, you don't need to modify Silent Hill 2 for like a modern PC fix. The enhanced edition guys already did it. The fans already did all the hard work. You just need to make those original games available. Put them on Steam, put them on Good Old Games. Silent Hill 4 is on Good Old Games. Why not 2 and 3? They both have PC ports that were released around the same time. Where are those? That's what I mean. Like, availability. Availability is a very important thing, and this series suffers from a very distinct lack of availability when it comes to the original games. See, there's blood. Someone was saying I don't like the smoke when you're attacking the enemies. There's blood squirting out from unrelated parts of the body being hit. He like hits her in the chest and blood squirts out of her left thigh. Sorry, I didn't realize. I didn't realize how much I like the nurse wind-up sound. I was so focused on everything else earlier, I didn't really pay attention to the nurse sounds. They are a little bit silly. A little bit silly sounding. See, there's that health drink usage and that flash. There's also no dialogue for this scene. Now, the bent needle, when you pick that up in Silent Hill 2, in the original, there's actually 2 different cutscenes for it. So there's a cutscene if you have Maria with you when you go to the locker room and pick up the bear and get the bent needle, or after you go to the room M3 where Maria lays down, and then you wander around by yourself. If you go and get the bent needle after Maria stays in that room, you get a different variation of the cutscene where James is by himself when he gets the bent needle. So if Maria's with you when you pick up the bent needle, and it seems like Maria is with James throughout most of this, there's dialogue between the two. Here, you don't get that dialogue. So maybe this is the version of the cutscene without Maria. Maybe there won't even be 2 different versions of this scene in the remake. Who knows? Silent Hill purists, are you willing to boycott the remake? That would do nothing. Even if people wanted to do that, which would be a silly thing in the first place, it would serve no purpose. shotgun. Oh, what did it say on the side? E.H. Marlin. Thing. Marlin shotguns. That's a real gun. Model 43 Marlin shotgun. Damn, that's an expensive ass shotgun. Wouldn't be surprised if this outsold the entire franchise, but that's just because of availability and marketing reasons. It's also not that difficult of a goal to hit. Like, I love the Silent Hill series, but the franchise overall is not that well selling. So as of 2013, the series, the entire series, everything up until 2013, that's everything all the way up to Downpour and Book of Memories, 8.4 million copies. Let's be generous and say 10 years has passed since then. Even if that were 10 million copies today, that's across the entire franchise. And every single Silent Hill game sold worse than the previous game. Like, Silent Hill 1 sold the best, and then 2 sold a little bit worse, and then 3 sold a little bit worse than 2, 4 sold a little bit worse than 3. Like, that was the trend for basically the whole series. But yeah, Silent Hill sales numbers have never been great. So this remake outselling the franchise is not a far stretch of an idea. But again, it won't have anything to really do with the quality of the game. It'll be about the availability, the marketing behind it, the media buzz behind it. Yeah. Would have thought Silent Hill 2 was the huge leader. I felt like that's the one everyone knew about. 2 didn't sell very well when it first launched because fans were expecting a sequel to Silent Hill 1. And then 2 didn't have anything to do with 1. In hindsight, it became the fan favorite because people realized how deep its themes were and there was a lot more to it once replays and analysis were done. But that all happened after the fact. When it originally launched, 2 was not well received. Exactly. Retroactively, 2 became the mascot because of iconic things like Pyramid Head, but yep. 2 was not it was a letdown for people who were expecting a direct sequel to Silent Hill 1. And then Silent Hill 3 was made in response to that negative response of 2. I love that like roll animation when he shoots it. It like flops. It does a barrel roll. And the fact that it like crawled in through the window, stuff like that. I'm like, that's cool. There's new ways, new methods of introducing enemies into areas, so that you're going to have new experiences, even for someone very familiar with this game like me. You're going to have new stuff to expect. That's what I'm hoping for. Even if Bloober fucks up some stuff, maybe it'll have some good moments, good things too. Burning Fawn came in super late, been binging your VODs for super deep lore playthroughs. Got me with the Silent Hill 2 coin Easter egg. Once I saw that transmission was showing the remake stuff, wanted to see your take. Yeah, I can't wait to get the physical version of those coins. I can't believe they're making those as like merch. That's awesome. I'm more excited about the merch than this remake. And I'm still more excited about Townfall and F. And of course, we didn't learn anything new about those for the transmission. So, like Resident Evil 2 Remake, it was different, but I still liked and enjoyed it a lot. What about Resident Evil 3 Remake, where it was different and everyone didn't enjoy it a lot? Personally, I liked Resident Evil 3 Remake. But a lot of people really hated it, because it changed so much from the original and it cut a lot of things from the original. And you never know. This game, like, we've only seen so much of it so far. We're trying to pick apart all this minutia, all these little things from what they're showing us from trailers, and then like the final game might come out and it's like, oh, we cut out the historical society. You just go straight to the prison. We cut out the bowling alley. You know, that would be some shit, right? That's basically what happened with Resident Evil 3. You took these areas that people were looking forward to seeing in a remake and removed them entirely. We cut out Eddie. Maybe that's why we haven't seen Eddie yet. We just removed Eddie. Eddie's no longer in Silent Hill 2. And that's what I mean. Like, until this game is out, it's not fair. We can analyze this stuff and pick it apart, but we won't know the extent of of things until we play the whole game. So we've got July, August, September, October, 4 months. It's going to be a real chill, not stressful at all 4 months while we wait on this game to come out.
Laura.
Okay. Another little thing here. So far, Laura is my favorite part of the remake. I think visually and voice performance wise, Laura is my favorite of the characters shown. Although this humming, it's too good. It sounds like the Huntress humming in Dead by Daylight. It sounds too good, and it sounds too sort of old, mature for Laura. As opposed to like Silent Hill 2 original, she's humming during this scene in the original too. But you know what it sounds like? It's like silly little kid shit in the original. It's not like a creepy humming a song like that. You can laugh. My impression was spot on. We can compare. See, she's just like giggling and making noises and stuff.
Laura?
And then it's the damn, they don't even have the video doesn't even include the scene where James meets her after leaving the apartments. But yeah, the humming and stuff sounds more natural for like what a little kid would be doing as opposed to this. It's like,
Laura, why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
it's creepy for creepy's sake. It's too much, yeah.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry.
You liar!
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Okay. Again, little changes that not everybody will pick up on. Let's see if you notice what my issue is here.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
You see the problem? Anyone know the problem? Why is Laura sad? Why is Laura saying this in a sad voice? She doesn't think Mary died. The whole reason she's in Silent Hill is because she thinks Mary went here. She read a note, a letter left behind by Mary, saying that she went to a beautiful place, and as a naive 8-year-old child, the beautiful place that she thought Mary was talking about going away to, Laura thought she meant Silent Hill, because Mary was always talking about how much she loved Silent Hill, how beautiful it was when she and James went there on vacation. When you hear Laura talking about Mary in the original Silent Hill 2, she's not sad because she doesn't think that Mary is dead. She's just trying to find her. It's supposed to be a big moment after James watches the VHS tape in the hotel room. Laura walks in and says, "I'm tired of walking. Did you find Mary? Can we go home yet?" And James has to be like, "No, Mary's not here." And go through that whole scene. Laura shouldn't be this sad recalling Mary at this point in the game.
Mary's my friend. We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying.
Realistically speaking, she's lost in a hospital alone? No, she is not. She is not seeing the same world that James and the player is seeing. She is seeing a normal place.
Laura,
Bloober even made this more obvious for new audiences. Listen to the dialogue.
Don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey.
Let go.
Sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Can't let you run around this place because you might get hurt. Hurt by what? Now, in the original, that's way more subtle, where Laura is like, huh, are you blind or something? Anytime James mentions like things being dangerous or being weird. Why should I? Exactly. It's more obvious now with the new dialogue, but that is a whole point. She's not lost in this creepy hospital by herself. Laura is basically seeing a regular town. She's just looking for Mary. Now, whether or not she's seeing like people or not is up for some debate. Whether she's seeing like a functioning town, but she's not seeing dangerous. She's not seeing monsters and decay and rust and sharp glass and shit everywhere. So I don't know. It's strange to me that this cutscene. Laura's tone is not quite right.
Laura, why do you keep running away from me? And how do you know about Mary?
Mary's my friend.
The immediate, like, look away, look down. Mary's my friend. At this point, Laura would still be thinking that Mary is alive somewhere.
We met at the hospital last year.
Stop lying. Laura, I'm sorry, I didn't mean.
Fine. Don't believe me. See if I care.
Hey.
Let go.
Sorry, Laura, but I can't let you just run around this place. You might get hurt.
Hurt by what?
Look, just stay with me, okay? This is no place for a kid.
Fine. But there's something I gotta get.
Laura.
It's important.
What is it?
A letter. For Mary.
What?
I hid it. In there.
She doesn't sound like a child. I mean, she sounds like a child. The tone of her voice sounds like a child. It sounds like a child who's good at voice acting because the delivery is very clean, very professional. Not necessarily a bad thing. Again, Laura, so far out of all the characters for the remake, is my favorite, design-wise, voice-wise.
You sure this is where you left it?
It's in the back. Behind an old pipe.
Okay, wait here.
How was her voice acting in the remaster? In the HD collection was horrible. God, I trying to remember who that even was. The HD collection just sounds like an anime. It sounds like a bad English anime dub. So it's like clearly a 40-year-old woman doing a little kid anime voice for Laura. In the HD collection, it does not sound good at all. Not convincing.
Open the door, Laura.
Why is the room so big?
Liar, right?
Maybe they changed because of the change of the combat and everything. It's a boss room. That's where you fight flesh lips.
Huh? Do ya?
Damn! Let me out of here, you little brat!
In your dreams, fart face.
There's a still shot. Wasn't the original voice actor actually a kid? Yes, in the original Silent Hill 2, Laura's played by Jacqueline Breckenridge, who was like 9 or 10 at the time of Silent Hill 2's recording. And in an interview that she did, she specifically said they didn't even tell her that it was like a horror game. They didn't tell her that there was monsters and stuff. They had her basically unaware of everything that she was recording.
Please open the door. There's something in here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face. See a fart face?
Laura! Laura!
See a fart face. Bro, what? I'm like, what is this emote in chat? How does Enigma already have an emote for this? Did he make it like instantly? That's so funny.
A big lying fart face. See a fart face?
See a fart face.
In here.
Sure there is. A big lying fart face.
Yes, Diablo Lord. Evelyn. It is very, very Evelyn. I was trying to think of the actress earlier that she reminded me of, but yes, very Resident Evil 7 Evelyn sort of expressions.
See a fart face?
Laura! Laura!
I was trying to pause it to show the one tile that like displaced. Bonk. Flesh lips. I mean, that looks pretty good. Got the arm hanging from up above. Fleshy mass inside of a cage. You can see the like everything always has this sort of like frostbitten look to it, where the ends of like limbs are very blackened. Full on chicken in a cage. Silent Hill 2. October 8th. Oh boy. What has taken them so long? They're trying to make sure it's perfect. Don't worry, Keith. It's gonna be perfect. They're polishing the fuck out of this turd. Nah, I'm sorry. I know I'm being super harsh on it. You guys need to understand, I've been a Silent Hill fan longer than a lot of people have probably, a lot of viewers, according to my statistics, longer than you've been alive. I've been a Silent Hill fan. And I'm very critical. I'm very hypercritical of new things in the franchise. So, oof, we are so old. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I just need people to understand. That's why I'm a crotchety, belligerent old person anytime anything new with the words Silent Hill in the title comes out. But it's not all bad. It's not all bad. See, things like Silent Hill Ascension, we could look at that and tell right away that it was fucking garbage. Before it came out, before there was anything really about it, we could tell that was going to be trash, you know? This has promise. By Akira Yamaoka, as well as Promise Reprise, also by Akira Yamaoka. Those are two of the tracks on the soundtrack. Anyway, we'll see if this winds up being any good. On October 8th, or October 5th, I guess, if I pre-order. So I guess we'll find out then. But that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's going to be PC day one. PC and PlayStation 5. And then after the first year, it opens up for other platforms. But what about the Angela scenes? I mean, we watched them. Do we need to analyze again? We might do a whole nother... I might make a whole separate video or something to try and condense my thoughts. But hey, this was me experiencing all of this live, getting to see my reactions as I saw it. So everyone gets my first impressions before I've had time to really look it over and think about it and process it. So I'll think about it, I'll process it. If I feel like it deserves a deeper look, then I'll probably make another video or do another stream to go over the new information more thoroughly. But otherwise, it's 4 months. We can wait 4 months and just see what the game is like when it comes out. Hadokins, thank you so much for the 8 months. I'm glad you enjoyed. And I hope everybody enjoyed. I know these are always a little different. Just popping on and doing like a reaction. It's not very often we get new Silent Hill news. Even now where the series is blowing up again, this is, you know, the second transmission that we've had in 2 years. And this one didn't even talk about half the shit that got announced. They didn't say anything about Townfall. They didn't say anything about F. So there's still so much. There's still so much coming from Silent Hill in the not too distant future. So hopefully you'll all stick around and experience it with me. Keith, thank you so much for gifting a sub, going out to the community, to Pickles Wiggles. Enjoy the sub, enjoy the emotes. And Gaga Somnia, thank you so much for the 11 months. Very, very much appreciated. Awesome. See you in October or earlier if there's another trailer or demo. Don't worry, I'm still going to be streaming. I'm still going to be doing a lot of stuff in the meantime. Whatever the earliest, if a demo comes out, I'm going to play it like immediately. And stream it. If there's any way for me to get this game early, pre-order, it seems like gets it October 5th, I think it said. So whatever I can do to get this as soon as possible and share it with you guys, I will go out of my way to do it. I'm even gonna bust out my game industry connects and see if I can maybe even get something like that, some sort of early access. Most likely not. It's like a 0.01% chance that anybody at Konami would be like, yeah, let's give this asshole an early key or an early copy, but it could happen. Stranger things have happened. But that's going to be it for me. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really appreciate all the love and support. Don't worry. We will always have the originals no matter how all this new stuff comes out. We'll always have love and appreciation for the things in the series that deserve love and appreciation. And all of you, every single one of you, deserves love and appreciation. So I cannot thank you all enough for being here. I will be back tomorrow, probably. Maybe we'll do some more Silent Hill 3 cam hack. Continue that free cam Silent Hill 3 playthrough. We've still got a lot to go on that. A lot of things to look at. So we'll probably continue that tomorrow night. But till then, thank you again so much for joining me for this tonight. And I will see you all next time. Be good to each other. Much love. Peace.